back to my channel. My name is Brittney Bundles, and today is the Sunday Chit Chat Q&A video. If you are new to the channel, on Sundays, I read through any comments that I received, any DMs, any questions via email or text, and I choose one topic to go over and elaborate on. So I'm going to be doing that today, but before we get started with the video, be sure to give me a big thumbs up, make sure that you are subscribed, and let's get right on into it. So today I'm going to be going over a comment that I received, and I think this comment is really going to be good for those of you that are in cosmetology school, for those of you that are starting your salon career, for those of you that work in a salon. So pretty much for all the stylists out there or inquiring stylists, I think this is going to be a really beneficial video for you. I'm going to go ahead and read the comment. So the comment says, I'm new to the hair business and shy. I will be working in a salon next Monday. Should I just start going live on Instagram of me doing hair, as well as just going on live to socialize with my followers? And I put, I definitely would. Promoting your work will help build clientele. I'm sure you'll do great, and I'm shy too. So before I really dive into the video, I want to just, say this. When you are a stylist, even if you're working, in a salon that's not technically your salon, you still have to look at yourself as an entrepreneur, and you still have to look at yourself as you're in the sales field. Building clientele is definitely not easy. It definitely takes work. And when I was running my salon, I had a lot of different people that would start, or a lot of different stylists that would start and have different expectations. Some stylists got it and they would be like, hey, it's my responsibility to build a clientele. And then some stylists would be like, hey, it's your responsibility to provide me with all of my clients. And I'm like, no, you guys, I don't care what salon you work for. A salon is going to have their busy days and their slow days. You're going to get speed up around holidays and around different specials and things like that. But I just want to put that out there that you guys, when you are a stylist, even though you're working at a salon, you still are in the sales field, and you still have to do things that are creative to bring clients to you, because even if someone walks into the salon, there's no guarantee that you're going to get that walk-in. So sitting around just banking on walk-ins is not really it's not the most beneficial way to go with your stylist career. And I'm not saying that this woman is like that at all, because I'm just putting that out there, that this is a good tip that I wanted to just share with you guys, because like I said, when I was running my salon, I would have to have this talk a lot of times with my stylist. And so I'm going to be going over some tips on how you can build clientele, because that is going to be one of your biggest challenges when you are a stylist. It's going to be not only perfecting your craft and not only making sure that you're familiar with different hair textures and things like that, but you also want to make sure that people keep coming back to you, and you also want to make sure that the buzz of your name is getting around, because no matter where you go, you still want your clients to follow you. And I know there are some different rules and regulations with certain salons and certain shops that kind of prohibit that, because you have to look at it from the salon's part too. They really don't want their clients leaving with you, but then you're like, these are my clients too, and if I move somewhere or if I open my own business or shop, I still want them to follow me. So in order to start building yourself a clientele, like I said, you are going to have to look at your position as sales. And what sales, you have to be creative, like I mentioned. And you are going to have to market and advertise and do things like that. So the first thing that I want to go over, first, one of my tips is to post pictures. When I had my salon, I had a whole Instagram dedicated just to my salon. And as the owner, I would post different pictures of my stylist's work. And that also, it not only brought awareness to the salon, but it worked like a two-part, it worked hand in hand, because it also helped build clientele for certain stylists. I remember, and I don't know if I can find it. I don't know, because I no longer have my salon website, but I remember one of the stylists in particular, she wrote a thing on her Facebook wall, and it said her first couple weeks working in salon, she went from having no clients, just her family and friends, to actually having clientele. And I'm going to make a separate video on why that happens, and why I feel like if you are wanting to get your name out, working in a salon is a really good way for you to go. I'll make another video about that, but I wanted to put that out there to say that when I had my business Instagram, certain salons would just post the work and then just advertise their salon. But I would post the work under my salon Instagram, or under our salon Instagram. And then I would also tag the stylist, because I wanted the, followers and people that will look on the Instagram page to know who they can go to for this specific style. So not only, posting pictures is going to bring interest in your work, but it's also going to let people know what you can do, your availability, and it's going to let them know a little bit about your style. So I definitely, if you don't have an Instagram for yourself, I would recommend creating an Instagram, and it has to be like I said, you have to look at it as you're in a business. So I would recommend you creating a business Instagram. Aside from your salon, like I said, you don't have to do anything that's underhanded or sneaky or anything like that. I don't know the rules for every salon, but I don't think that you want to check with your boss first. But I think it's perfectly fine, at least at my shop, it was perfectly fine to create a business Instagram and promote your work. So that means if you're doing box braids, you might want to show them your technique in a quick Instagram video, or you might want to post before and after pictures, or you may want to post, the different lengths that you can do. And you may want to post, just different things like that to get people to actually see that, okay, she can do box braids. So it starts to get in their mind. So posting pictures on Instagram, on Facebook, on your Snapchat, continuous pictures is definitely going to help boost your clientele, but you want to make sure that you're using the right tags, and you want to make sure that you're explaining, how they can contact you, because some people will just DM you back, but some stylists don't check their DMs. Some people will want to text you, but then you don't really check your text. So you want to make sure that you're being very clear, and it's just like a standard post for everyone. So it's like the style that you're doing, the price that you'll charge, your availability maybe, and how to contact you, and then your hashtags. So something like that, just make sure that it's professional and make sure that it really shows your work. Again, like I said, I would post that on every social media platform that you have. I don't care if it's Twitter, wherever, because like I said in another video, people look at different, social media platforms. And then make sure you have hashtags. So I'm in Michigan, so I would hashtag Michigan braiders or hashtag Michigan braids, things like that. So that when people are looking for braids in the area, and you can get even more specific and hashtag your city, but when people are looking for braids, you pop up. Also, you do want to go live on Instagram and Facebook, like I responded back to her. That's a perfect way. I remember I would always tell my stylist, go live. If it's really slow in the shop, if you don't have any appointments booked for the day, or if you got your appointments done and you're just sitting there waiting, don't just expect that someone's going to just come in, because in order for someone to come in, they have to be coming in for a reason. There's going to be some people that come in just to, want to see the shop, and some people that come in just to kind of want to get pricing. But a lot of people are going to come in off of your buzz. And you want to make sure that when people are coming in, like I said, that it is because of your buzz, or it is because of something they saw that you did, or something they read about, or something they saw. You want to make sure they're coming in and asking for you. And so when you go live on Instagram, it gives you a chance to engage with your clients. It gives you a chance to even engage with potential clients. And, you have that ability to show them the process. They get to kind of feel the vibe in the salon, whether you're listening to music, whether you're not. They get to kind of see what your stylist is doing. Are they laughing? Are you guys talking? Or does it seem like a fun environment? Because people look at that. People pick up on that as well. Who's in the background? Are you guys being professional? And so I would always stress that. Yes, go live, show them that you're actually working, show them that you have clients, because a lot of us, we really don't want to go to people if we don't think that they have clientele. I don't know why our minds work like that, but it's like, I don't know if you've ever even drove past like a new restaurant. If you see a lot of cars outside, it makes you kind of want to go over there and see what the hype is about. Kind of the same when you're doing hair. If you see someone always in someone's chair and someone's always, booked, even if that's not the case, but if you're continuously always going live when you do have clients, it's going to spark more interest. People are going to be like, well, dang, she has a client today too. Wow, she was just on Instagram yesterday. Wow, she was just on Instagram last week. So she must really know what she's doing. And so it's going to spark some interest, to potential clients to at least ask your prices, or ask your availability, or ask different questions, or set up consultations. So you want to make sure that you are doing that. Make sure you go live, but be conscious of how you're going live, and make sure that it's purposeful. You don't want to just go live and you're just sitting there talking to your friend, or you're on live, but you're just sitting there eating, or you're on live and you're just sitting there looking. Like, no, you want to make sure that they can actually see you doing something so that you attract more clients. Also, like I mentioned a little bit ago, make a business page. So not just for Instagram, but make a Facebook business page as well. Also, you can create a website for yourself. Now, like I said, it kind of gets tricky because some salons are like, no, they'll have you sign paperwork where if you do work for them, you can't create your own website and things like that. But those are some of the things that you want to look at when you are searching for your salon home, because I would recommend creating a website for yourself too. It's all about promoting yourself. It's all about getting yourself out there. Yes, you want to promote the salon that you're in too and that you're with, but you have to keep in mind that you may not always be at that salon. You may not. And so even if you're not there, you don't want all of your clients to just be centered around that specific spot. You want to make sure that you're building up a clientele for yourself as well, and a name for yourself. Also, another thing you can do to build clientele is specials and also referrals. So like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, when you are doing hair, when you are a stylist or a beautician or, whatever, you want to make sure that you are looking at your job as sales too. So how can I sell myself to potential clients? How can I get people to actually want to come and sit in my chair? I want to make sure that you're doing like different type of incentives, different type of sales to get people interested in your work. If you're someone that's new to the shop or new to the area and you're really trying to get your name out, do some sales. Your prices may be a little lower than the people in the shop, but that's going to let people see that you can actually do the work. That's going to let people see that it's actually worth it. And then the next time that they want to book that style, they'll feel confident booking with you. And word of mouth is key as well when you are a stylist. So offer some discounts, also offer some referrals. So some kind of like incentive. If someone refers someone to you, or if they refer like 5 people to you, then they get this percentage off their hairstyle, or they get a hairstyle free, or things like that. Some things like that really help build your clientele as well. So make sure that you're always, when you're having those conversations with your clients, have conversation, be friendly, laugh, build a relationship and a rapport with them. But while you're doing that, make sure that your conversations are purposeful too. So you don't just always, you don't want to take the whole time, 2 hours doing someone hair and all you're doing is talking about your child's first steps. You can throw that in there, but you also want to make sure that you're finding out, who else do they know? Who else would need some services? How is their schedule looking? When do they want to rebook? Where do they work? How many friends are, looking to get their ends trimmed, or do they have any family members that are having any upcoming events? Or, you want to make sure that you're kind of filling that out so that you can offer them or recommend whatever service you're offering, and also the referral program that you've created to, draw more people back. So keep that in mind. Make sure that you're having purposeful conversations with your clients. You don't ever want to miss any opportunities. And then also, my last tip is going to be volunteer groups. So a lot of times schools have different volunteer things that you can do. There's different things in the community that you can get involved with. And if you don't have anything in your community, you can always go on Google and figure out what you can do. But figuring out, like if there's any type of programs where you can offer your services, even if it's for free, the whole purpose and the whole point is to get your name out. I know there was one event when I was running my salon that some of my stylists they brought up to me, and when I looked into it and I was like, oh, you don't get paid for this. A lot of them were like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And I'm like, you know what? When you're in sales, you can't always look at getting paid today. Sometimes you do work and you get paid later. You know what I mean? It's like if you come out and you give someone a consultation to repair their roof. Yes, they're coming out, they're spending their gas, they're spending their time, and they're doing a free consultation, but in hopes of them getting paid next week. You know what I mean? So when you're in sales, sometimes you are going to have to do the work up front, and you are going to have to sometimes go out and do things for free, but it's all, a part of building your brand and building awareness to you. So I just really wanted to say that, you guys, and give stylists and beauticians encouragement, because I worked firsthand in the industry, and, in the shop. I ran it. I saw the ups, the downs, the struggles. And all I can say is, you want to make sure that you're constantly promoting yourself and looking at yourself as a business. I remember sometimes my stylists would come in with really bad attitudes, and the clients, they wouldn't say anything to the stylist because, of course, you don't want they don't want their hair to be messed up. But then they would come back to me, or they would come back to the manager, or they would come back to someone else and say, hey, this person had a really, really bad attitude. I don't know if you should have her in your shop. And it would just be really, really messy, and it would just be, not a good thing, because I'm like, wow, I really want this person to build clientele. It helps them and it also helps the shop. But then, you also have to do your part with your attitude. So there are going to be some days that you don't really want to go to work, or that you don't want to go into the shop. Like, there's going to be some days that you just don't feel like doing it. But you have to keep in mind that the more negativity that you let portray, in your stance or in your attitude, and how you treat people is really going to affect how you build clientele as well. Because Let me just tell you this quick thing. I remember I had a stylist that was still in beauty school. And I know the stylist that was still in beauty school, she would get so many clients. Like so many clients would just, call for her, text her, walk in for her. And it was because, she was really good at what she did, but her attitude was always nice. It was always pleasant when I was around. I never saw her just upset, rude. She was always there. She fixed any issues that the clients would ever have. She had a pleasant attitude. She engaged in conversation. She made sure that her clients were comfortable. And so people wanted to come back to her, not just for the style, but for the experience. So you have to keep that in mind as well, that people aren't just coming to you because you're the best stylist. They want to come to you for a good experience as well. Getting your hair done, getting your nails done, that's a really good way to relax and release. And it's like if you go there and the environment is tense and, the stylists have an attitude and they're upset and they're rude, and it can make you just say, you know what, I don't even want my hair done. And so that's a client that you missed out on. So I just wanted to go ahead and share some of my experiences and give you guys some tips. If you have any questions, like always, be sure to leave them down below. Make sure that you are subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.